Greetings and salutations, friends and neighbors, fans and family, lovers and losers of all kinds. I am Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom, and I'd like to welcome you to Just an Observation. Hello, folks. Today's observation is going to be about a radio series called Yours Truly, Johhny Dollar. Now, that Yours Truly, Johhny Dollar had existed since like 1948. The ones we're going to focus on here on Just an Observation are the Bob Bailey years, and especially the ones that were broadcast every weekday night for 15 minutes, and you had to listen to each one to know the whole story. When Johhny Dollar started, it was a 30-minute show on CBS, and it went through three actors. Well, it started with an audition by Richard Diamond actor Dick Powell, and then there were three actors that played Johhny Dollar, and then Bob Bailey took over, and they switched it from a half hour to a 5-night-a-week, 15-minute episodes. And that was the best of Johhny Dollar. It really was. And this observation is going to be right before we, here at Doomful Productions, put together every weekday night at the time it would normally be broadcast. I'm going to play one 15-minute episode, and it will be available on each day as it comes up at that particular time. So I hope you enjoy it. Starting in October of 1955, Bob Bailey, who had just come over from Mutual, where he was doing the show Let George Do It, came over to CBS to do Yours Truly, Johhny Dollar. And the format change that happened at that point was monumental. It gave Johhny Dollar more time to tell the story, and Bob Bailey gave more depth and more humanity to the role. At some point, I will cover the early years of Johhny Dollar, and even the later years after Bob Bailey. But for right now, let's just focus on the Bob Bailey 15-minute episodes, which lasted about a year, and see what you think of this particular series, which I consider one of my favorites. Every episode of Yours Truly, Johhny Dollar started the same way. So we're going to go ahead and play the beginning of the episode that was the first Bob Bailey episode, number 231, The McCormick Matter, Part 1.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Bob Bailey as
Johhny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, this is Father Taggart. I'm calling you from Ossining. I'm one of the chaplains here at Sing Sing.
Oh, yes, sir. What can I do for you, Father?
Well, nothing for me, Mr. Dollar, but possibly for someone else. Michael Cairn, one of our inmates, asked me to contact you.
Michael Cairn?
Mm-hmm. You remember him? He wasn't sure you would.
Old-time grifter and con man who got tied up with an insurance fraud a few years ago, blonde fella?
Yes. Well, Michael wants to see you, Mr. Dollar. Could you possibly find the time to come up here?
Oh, I don't know, Father. Is this something important?
It is to Michael.
Oh, well, look, I'll be in New York sometime next month. Maybe I'll get a chance to stop off.
Well, couldn't you possibly make it sooner?
What's the rush? He's going to be there quite a while, isn't he?
Not very long, I'm afraid. Michael is dying.
All right, Father, you can expect me.
Welcome to Johhny Dollar. Beginning tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johhny Dollar.
So you always knew what was going to be coming up the following Monday. So I'm going to play the end of episode 5 of the McCormick Matter so that you know what that sounded like.
Expense account total, $265.91. Remarks? Gee whiz. Yours truly, Johhny Dollar.
Now, here's our star, Bob Bailey, to tell you about next week's story.
Thanks. Next week, the story of a ship, the Molly K. Destination, Davy Jones' Locker. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johhny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johhny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Mary Jane Croft, Virginia Gregg, Marvin Miller, Forrest Lewis, Frank Gerstle, Herb Butterfield, Herb Ellis, Tony Barrett, Ken Christie, Jack Crucian, and Junius Matthews. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johhny Dollar, Roy Rowan speaking.
And this has been just an observation of yours truly, Johhny Dollar, the Bob Bailey years. I love this show. I always have loved this show since the first time I heard it. And it's great to go through and hear these kinds of things. Now, the expense account totals are a lot lighter than they would be today. But remember, this is 1955. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will enjoy listening to the episodes as they come. And thank you again for visiting us here at Just an Observation. This has been Just an Observation with your host, Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you will be back next time we make an observation. And before you go, always remember, Doom's rule number 129, live life as if awesome and incredible are downgrades.